What if Nikon's most exciting camera of the year isn't another full-frame monster, but a smaller, faster machine built for photographers who care more about getting the shot than showing off sensor size? Welcome back to TechVibe, where we cut through the hype and focus on what actually matters. Today we're talking about the camera the internet keeps calling the Nikon Z90, but before you get too excited, there's one detail you absolutely need to know. Nikon has not officially announced a Z90. The name, specifications, price, and release date remain unconfirmed. What does appear to be real is growing evidence that Nikon is preparing a serious high-end DX mirrorless camera. And if the latest reports are accurate, it could become the spiritual successor many D500 owners have been waiting for. The biggest rumor right now centers on a 45-megapixel stacked APS-C or DX format sensor. That is a huge claim. A stacked sensor is designed for faster readout, which can reduce rolling shutter and support quicker continuous shooting, more responsive autofocus, and stronger video performance. Nikon already uses stacked sensor technology in cameras like the flagship Z9, so the idea of bringing that philosophy to a smaller DX body immediately gets interesting. Still, remember that 45 megapixels is rumored, not confirmed. Earlier speculation around this mystery camera mentioned different resolutions, which tells us the final hardware may still be unclear. The reason enthusiasts are paying attention is simple. Nikon has a legendary gap in its current mirrorless lineup. The D500 was one of the most respected action-focused DX DSLRs ever made. It combined a 20.9 megapixel sensor with 10 frame per second shooting, excellent autofocus for its era, a deep buffer, rugged construction, and the reach advantage of Nikon's crop format. Wildlife and sports shooters loved it because a smaller sensor effectively gave telephoto lenses a tighter field of view without requiring an enormous full-frame setup. A modern mirrorless version of that formula could be extremely compelling. And this is where the rumored Z90 starts to make sense, even if Nikon ultimately gives it another name. Nikon's current Z53 already proves that the company can put serious intelligence into an APS-C body. The Z53 uses the XPEED7 processor found in Nikon's higher-end cameras, offers sophisticated subject detection, 3D tracking, electronic bursts up to 30 frames per second, and 4K video up to 60p. So a premium DX model would need to go much further. It cannot simply be a Z53 with a tougher shell. It would need faster sensor readout, deeper buffering, stronger controls, better durability, and features that professional action shooters can trust. Autofocus could be one of its biggest weapons. Nikon's newer XPEED7 cameras have dramatically improved subject detection and tracking, and a high-end DX body would be expected to build on that foundation. Imagine photographing birds in flight, racing, field sports, aviation, or unpredictable wildlife while the camera recognizes the subject, tracks it across the frame, and keeps firing at high speed. That is exactly the kind of experience a modern D500 successor would need to deliver. But until Nikon publishes specifications, any exact autofocus modes or detection claims beyond what existing Nikon cameras already demonstrate should be treated as expectation, not fact. Then there is the reach advantage. Nikon DX cameras apply roughly a 1.5 times crop factor to the field of view. Put a 500mm lens on a DX body, and you frame a scene similarly to about 750mm on full frame. For wildlife shooters, that can be a major practical advantage. Combine that tighter framing with a rumored 45-megapixel sensor, and suddenly the potential for distant subject detail becomes serious. The trade-off is that packing so many pixels onto a smaller sensor can make high ISO noise and dynamic range more challenging. So image quality in poor light could become one of the biggest real-world tests. Video is another mystery. Some rumors have described this upcoming camera as a kind of mini Z9 or even a mini ZR, which naturally raises expectations for advanced video tools. Nikon has also been expanding its cinema ambitions since acquiring Red, making video capability an increasingly important part of the brand's direction. But there is currently no reliable official confirmation that this high-end DX model will include specific Red-derived features, internal RAW formats, 6K recording, 8K recording, or any particular frame rate package. Those are exactly the kinds of flashy specifications rumor videos love to invent, so TechVibe is not going to pretend they are guaranteed. What should Nikon include? In-body image stabilization would be near the top of the list. The D500 never had sensor shift stabilization, and Nikon's current Z52 also lacks IBIS. For a premium DX camera aimed at serious photographers and hybrid creators, Stabilization would make handheld telephoto shooting, low-light photography, and video much more attractive. Dual card slots would also make sense for professional reliability. Along with a large battery, weather sealing, a high-resolution electronic viewfinder, a responsive rear display, and physical controls that can be operated quickly with gloves or while following moving subjects. For photographers across the United States and other major markets, that combination could be especially appealing where premium telephoto systems often become expensive fast. Price could decide whether this camera becomes a hit or a niche luxury. Nikon has not announced pricing because, again, the product itself is not official. But a truly professional DX body would probably sit well above the Z50 while remaining meaningfully below Nikon's expensive flagship cameras. The sweet spot would be a price that attracts serious wildlife and sports photographers who want speed and reach without paying full-frame flagship money. If Nikon pushes too high, buyers may simply choose a discounted full-frame body instead. If it prices aggressively, this could become one of the most strategically important Z cameras in years. Release timing is equally uncertain. A July rumor suggested an announcement or release around August or September 2026, but a newer report says multiple Nikon products may be delayed, with some potentially slipping into 2027. That means anyone claiming a guaranteed Z90 launch date should be viewed cautiously. Even the model name remains unsettled. Z90, Z80, Z70, Z500, and other possibilities have circulated, and one recent episode involving an apparent Nikon Z70 listing added even more confusion. The safest conclusion is that evidence points toward a high-end Nikon DX project, not toward a confirmed retail product called the Z90. So should you wait for it? If you already own a capable Nikon body and need a camera today, probably not. The Z50 already offers impressive performance for creators and enthusiast photographers, while full-frame Nikon options cover a wide range of needs. But if you are a D500 owner who has been holding out for a serious mirrorless DX successor, this rumor is absolutely worth watching. A fast stacked sensor, professional autofocus, rugged handling, and modern video features in a compact crop sensor body could create something Nikon fans have requested for years. And here's the bigger story. The so-called Nikon Z90 does not need to beat every full-frame camera. It needs to dominate one job, capturing fast, distant, unpredictable subjects with speed, confidence, and reach. If Nikon gets that formula right, this could be the camera that makes DX feel premium again. You've been watching TechVibe, where rumors get tested before they become headlines. If this mystery Nikon is officially revealed, we'll break down what Nikon actually delivers versus what the leaks promised. Subscribe if you want the facts without the fantasy. And tell us this, if Nikon launches a true D500 successor, what feature would make you buy it on day one? Until the next reveal, keep your gear ready and your expectations sharper than your autofocus.